Welcome back to very jazzy, drummy space. I don't think I've actually heard this song before. I guess we need to go find a cell phone tower to talk to Null again. Whoosh. Which planet is he on? This is, yeah, this is the Mass Effect ship, right? I played Mass Effect like 12 years ago, or whenever. Played Mass Effect whenever it came out on PlayStation. Because, I don't think it was even out on Steam then. It might be on Steam now. It was on Origin. Origin never worked for me. Dragon Age Origins was like a rare at the time game that I could get a box copy of, and it didn't work because you needed an Origin key. You needed to like sign up for Origin to get a CD key to play the box version. And then I couldn't be asked and just talked GameStop into returning it, essentially, our version of GameStop. And said, well, I don't have a credit card, so welcome to the age of digital distribution. I'm just not going to play PC games for like the next, I don't know, 10 years at that point. Land to begin search. This is not our destination. We want a hollow tower, and this is like a monolith. I would like to land the ship if it's okay with you. Oh, there we go. How are y'all doing? Oh, we're in the murky lands of M Ford Sigma once again. There's a ton of oxygen here, though, and sodium. Does that mean I've been, like, negligent about keeping my stuff topped up and now the game's just having pity on me? Because I know the sodium and the oxygen plants like that, they're not procedural in the same sense that everything else here is, all these trees and stuff. They're just spawned randomly. And they could very easily have a modified algorithm that says if you're too low to just super top you up. Like that, like this mushroom that mushroom will always be there, but those oxygen and sodium plants will not always be there if someone else were to come over to this planet. Remember, right, even if you're like two people in the same multiplayer session, the oxygen and sodium plants aren't always in the same spots. Here's the front of it. Flickering emblems appear on the stone. Although I do not recognize the language, somehow I can read the history of this strange planet and the Gek who once resided here. The first spawn grew, weakling, poor Wiggle lost their tails to the spawning serp and became mighty warriors. Each was imbued with the might of the Gek Dominion and its unquenchable will to claim the stars. Are the Porwiggle the Viking? Gek don't have tails. I don't think anyone has tails, or maybe one of the travelers. I don't think the Viking wouldn't be descended from the Gek, because they're like lizard walruses, and the Geks are like. Sorry. The Gek are like birds or dinosaurs. Some form of raptor. The Viking are very definitely some different string. Oh, I'm staring at it. I can't help if the cell phone tower looks like one of the like other 50,000 mushroom-shaped things around here. Not for long. Anything useful in this? Nope. There should be an underground thing. It's always an underground thing. There it is. I don't got no time for ladders. Tune to null. Well then, tell me what you saw, tell me what you learned. You already know. Knowing what? How can I tell you if I know what you know if you have not told me? I know that you know what I know, that you know that I know, and I know that you know that I know what you know about what I know. I tell Null all the the illusion of freedom. I tell Null all that I have learned of the Vikings' crusade against the Sentinels, how they nearly succeed, only to have the barbarism of the Gek first spawn draw the Sentinels back to the galaxy. I learned that the homeworld of the Korvax was destroyed by the Gek, the survivors enslaved or melted down. For years, the Korvax toiled beneath their oppressors until the Empire fell and they were free once more. The Gek became Atlas worshippers. But from the Gek I learned something different. The Gek did not redeem themselves of their own accord. A great number of Korvax sacrificed themselves, mingling their nanite blood with countless unborn Gek. Their impulse to trade is mere evolution of the impulse to war. A few signals switched in the brain. Are you suggesting capitalism, competitive capitalism, is just a extension of a primal need to dominate in warfare? What does this mean? I was born to travel, to see these worlds, to catalog them, to give a name to every creature, every planet, the skies, they were mine. That's not what the title of the game says. The Atlas told me I could never see them all. There were too many, so I did what I had to do. I survived in the face of eternity. I saw all the worlds of my universe. I returned to the Atlas. I told them what I had done. I asked if it was proud of me. Did it break your spaceship and dump you on a planet full of zombie robots? Because that's what it did to me. It laughed at me, I'm sure of it. It showed me universe upon universe, each with another traveler. Just like me, I was not special, I was not unique. The things I had to do to get here, the things I had to become, none of it meant a thing. I did not lie to you. I really do want to discover what's wrong with existence. The walls between worlds are failing, and that's bad for everyone. How do you know that? I've been alive for a very long time, traveler. I know as much as you would know had you seen the things I have seen. All I know is this, the Atlas had infinity to work with, and with few exceptions, this triad repeats. Gek, Korvax, Viking, Gek, Korvax, Viking. Traders, warriors, scientists, all their stories ending in violence. Think about it, how would the Atlas speak? How would it cry for help? It would use the only language it knew, it would speak with life, it would create. Whatever these life forms do, they always end in conflict. I think something terrible is happening to the Atlas. It is screaming the only way it knows how. What can be done? And now it won't speak to me anymore. It won't. It has chosen you instead. After all I did for it. After I wanted to find out what was different about this universe. We are who we are, but you, whether because of some soul, because of simulation, it does not matter. Why won't it speak to me? Why aren't I enough? Null's channel begins to falter. Oh, hi, Mark. Traveler, I made it through. I found my way out of the portal. Where are you? I'm standing by a hollow terminus. Let's trade locations. Let's meet and get off this world. It's gonna tell him he's right here, right? I share my coordinates and Apollo shares theirs. There must be some mistake. According to our data, we are standing in the same place. We are communicating using the same hollow terminus. We try again, but the results are the same. The world is silent but for our voices. What's happening here? Why can't we see each other? Because multiplayer hasn't been implemented yet when this quest came out. I think. This happened in This happened in, because when the game was being made, infamously, they said there was multiplayer. That's all. There's this whole story basically. They were building the game. They were talking about stuff they had started building in the game, but then didn't finish because they don't. Sean Murray basically had no PR training, and then they lost part of the game in a flood, and then got pushed to release it without it really being finished. Many law and sword industry stuff, but because they said there's multiplayer in the game, and then a little later they kind of whiffle. They're like, yeah, but you'll never actually meet anyone because the universe is infinite. Then, basically within a day or two of coming out, two people managed to figure out that they were close enough to each other to try, and they did actually get to this situation, the same spot, two people in the same spot, but they weren't actually there, they couldn't see each other. Say you do not know. As we speak, I receive a distress signal. Its language my own. It arrives from across the planet. Don't be like that. You are not alone. I try to tune back to Apollo, fighting the static insistence of the intruding signal. The hollow terminus is showing, are you receiving? Let's meet and get off this world. Apollo appears to receive the same signal broadcasting from the same location on their own world. We agree to go find the source of these distress beacons. We're gonna find each other's gravestones. I'm gonna put my guess. Somehow I do not have my paraffinium. In my starship? In my freighter? Does this planet have paraffinium? don't think so. It's got ammonia. And cobalt. And copper. Portal network. Am I finally gonna learn how to use the portals? So I can get my emotional support ball back? That would be sweet. Go get this, and then we'll do another scan. That's the mega trays that you can't zap. Remember needing dihydrogen for something. Freighter fuel, I think? Or frigate fuel? Oh, my exosuit's getting very full. I can dump off these small stacks of meat. I'll refine this rusted metal. Metal fingers, eh? That is a lot of gold. And a lot of uranium. Just grab this for a thumbnail. Do. Never actually seen these before.
Toxic protection falling. Technology recharge.
Ow.
Technology recharge.
Time to drop some more random meat. I need to find somewhere to put stuff. C-class start. I don't need that. It's actually garbage. Do you want to craft the worst class of starship possible? We got the thing for you. There's nothing to mark in this general direction, so we'll just have to play it by memory. I mean, next time I'm on my freighter to put some stuff in storage. Y'all are being kind of loud, you know. Stampede of bloody dinosaurs. Probably meleeed one of them while I was doing the rocket jumping thing. Come on. Feel like this was not this far out.
Falling.
We are literally circling back towards our starship now. Swear to God, if this just looped me around and it's pointing back at my starship as the distress beacon. Not crazy, right? It's just kind of going in a circle. I've wandered around in the poison rain for quite long enough. I hear a faint sound as I examine the source of the distress beacon. It does not sound like anything I've ever encountered. There is no sign of Apollo. I have given so much to you, Atlas. We all have. You understand that, don't you? If you don't succeed, there was no point. If you don't, my life was meaningless. I can't accept that. I won't. I'm wiping you again. It's best for everyone. Don't be like that. I know you don't want this, but you'll be indifferent to you soon. Maybe this time. As it does, my vision bleeds red, a headache splitting through my mind. The screen, it shows the number for a moment. It shows 16. Try to access the data. I see it now with every waking breath. I see the Atlas watching me, waiting for me. That is way the heck over there. Did we just find a distress beacon from Atlas? This is a... yeah. Anyways, we will pursue that in the next episode. Till then, remember to drop a like and subscribe to keep the episodes coming to you. Keep the series... let me know to keep the series going, all that sort of fun stuff. We will catch you on the next one. If you're looking to get caught up because the YouTube decided, hey, you want to see episode 53 before you see episode 1, check out the description down below. There should be a playlist for you. That'll keep you occupied till the next one keeps out if you really want to marathon it. And we will see you then. Till then, have a good one.